All right, we got our first lane change coming up here. This truck has cones on it. I wonder if it will display them. So, yeah. The car's braking. I don't know why. And they probably hate us for that. Wow, I like that lane change. We put on the turn signal before we were even done passing. Before we get started on our pizza, a huge thank you to Manuel B. and Matthew C., our newest enhanced Autopilot patrons. Giant Baby really appreciates your support. Welcome to the frunk. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tesla Challenge number 25. This is Pizza Edition. I'm heading over to the doctor, and it is over 50 miles, and you're probably like, what the heck are you thinking? So 53 miles. And the story is that, you know, we moved a while ago, and I kept the same doctor. I don't want to change. Just feeling fine, just normal checkup, but whatever. So I got to go over 50 miles, and it's 53 miles, and pretty much that's all highway. There will be several interchanges, and I have not eaten yet today. It's 1:23. We were super busy at work. I actually feel bad that I left them behind, but I didn't realize and made this appointment a long time ago, whatever. So we're heading out. I have not eaten anything yet, and I'm starving. I have my lunch over here, and I can smell it. It smells really good. So can Autopilot drive me to the doctor or wherever while I eat my lunch? Now, I'm sure, why are you slowing down? Okay, for the green light. Now, I'm sure that I'm going to get a little bit of people that are like, what is wrong with you? Whatever. The whole time, I'm still going to keep a hand on the wheel. I'm still paying attention. You can't tell me you've never eaten something while driving. But we're going to get on the highway, and I am going to, these guys are right over here. I'm going to turn Autopilot on, and I'm going to let it do everything. Now, the beginning of this video, I'm going to do my best. I'm just going to relax and chill. So probably not a lot of talking, just a lot of driving. So there we go. Autopilot is on. I'm gonna let it handle everything from here. I don't exactly know the route. That's what I love about these cars. I just like go on my phone, Google Maps, share the location of the car. It's just ready to go. Now that I turned it on, I'm not even gonna see the map. I'm gonna leave the maps up for you, or leave the cameras up for you. I won't even see the map, and I'll let the car do it. So I'm accelerating a bit here. I'm not really in the mood to let the car do absolutely everything, I'm gonna be honest. But here, I will leave it alone now. So here we go. Tesla Challenge 25, Pizza Edition. Enjoy while I am eating my snack. All right, we got our first lane change coming up here. Now I got to confirm. I was playing with some settings, and I forgot to turn confirmations back on. I'm a fool. Well, I will confirm every lane change that it asks for. How about that? All right, you know what? We're gonna get off. I hate the confirmations being off. That's not a Tesla challenge. So I'm gonna get off. I'll just cut this, and we'll get back on the highway, and my confirmations will be off, so the car can do everything itself. I don't need to allow it. So we're heading back to the highway. I don't think I need to change into this to get on the on-ramp. So I did that, but my confirmations are turned off, and I'll just show you my autopilot settings. Wow, slow it down, Mr. Tesla. There you go. Those are my settings. I did not eat any pizza off the highway. Just so you know, pizza is only for eating in this test while we're... Don't think I'm taking light of driving safely. I do take this stuff seriously, but messing around a little bit. Okay, so getting on, and I will set back to 6, 7, 8. Okay, and blind spot's good. Everything's good. Car is now doing everything, so time to finish. All right, pizza successfully eaten. Now don't think I'm that unhealthy. I do love pizza. I would eat it every day, every meal if I could. We got fruits too. Got some vegetables. Not today, but some days I have vegetables. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my lunch. But I think this is great. This is super easy. Hand on the wheel. I can take over if I need to do something. Boom. Now I'm driving. No big deal. Very easy and very safe. Why we're not getting over here. 65, I'm set to 78, Mad Max. It was talking about construction, but the cones are far away, so the cones, I don't know what it's doing. All right, that's good. I think I've demonstrated This is safe and easy. Like I said, I'm not really in the mood for this today. I'm gonna change lanes. We are on the speed limit sign update. Here's one on the left. See if it sees that's a temporary one. See if it displays it, and it displays both, one on each side. Those are 70, that's good. I saw earlier in the video, we have some signs that say like speed for everybody and speed for the truck. And it was displaying the speed for everybody and not showing anything with that lower speed for the semi-truck. So that's pretty interesting. I'm gonna finish the rest of my lunch in peace without a camera on my face. But that was pretty good. Let's finish the drive, see how Autopilot does. 2020.36, latest update. Should be all good. An example of the truck speeds: 70, truck 65. On here it just shows the 70. It actually shows 2 for some reason. All right, finally changing into faster lane on its own. That's the first time in the whole drive it's done that. Before it was screwing up. My guess is from the cones that were on both sides of the road, or on the left side anyway. It was preventing the car from getting close to the cones. It does try to avoid cones if it can, even though those ones were far off. I guess maybe it thought they were next to that lane. And then this truck has cones on it. I wonder if it will display them. Nope, ignored those. All right, so my lunch is complete. We are changing lanes. Even though this guy's in the way, the car's gonna slow down to get behind him. We do have to go onto another highway here. That's coming up in 0.4 miles. And it's a really tight bend, followed by a lot of lane changes that have to happen quickly. The car's handled it before, but if there are other cars, it might screw it up. Nice and slow around the bend there. And we need to speed up and change lanes. So there we go, kicking it up a little bit, that's good. And it is increasing its speed by itself. I'm not doing that at all. Yep, back up to 70. Hopefully it'll go back to my preset of 78. I think it will do that. It wasn't for a while, but I think they fixed it, where now it'll go back to what you had it set to. And it did, yep, back to 78. We're gonna change lanes here at the last second, but we're good, not near that truck at all. And yeah, so to 78, exactly what I want, and we're off. All right, changing into faster lane, which I'm not excited about because we've got some pretty aggressive drivers on this road. So this guy's gonna block me, which I appreciate. I don't want to get over there. And maybe the next guy, nope, we're gonna get right in front of him. He is going faster than us, but we are gonna speed up. So hopefully that'll be all right. So yeah. Oh my gosh, that guy screwed us up. This person in Lincoln was definitely not happy with us. But this guy in this brown car in front of us was going a lot slower, and then right as we passed him, the car for sure would have changed lanes, and he sped up. So that's always annoying, like, especially when you're set. I'm set to 78, I'm not playing around. I'm just going 78, and then the people around you are changing their speed to match you or pass you or do whatever they want to do. You know, it can mess you up, or mess up autopilot anyway. So we're on our next interchange. It's set to 75, I don't know why. And we do need to get over. I guess it's gonna, hopefully this person will let us in. They don't seem to really care that we're here. Okay, so we do have enough room, barely. The car's braking, I don't know why. And they probably hate us for that. Look at this Power Home solar and roofing truck. If you are thinking about getting solar to charge your Model 3 or just to power your house and be self-sufficient, check out my links in the description. I have a few referrals. You can get money back or just get the best price on your install. Wow, I like that lane change. We put on the turn signal before we were even done passing that solar truck. If you're interested in solar, just kidding. But before we were even done passing the truck, the turn signal came on to indicate to this guy who definitely wanted to pass us and is doing that, hey, we see you're there. We are moving over as soon as we can. All right, and coming up to our final interchange here, I do see there's a cop up there, so I'm ready to stop the car if it tries to get near them, and nope, it's gonna do a good job of passing them just randomly. It's not, can't detect those yet, although it is coming that it should be able to display emergency vehicles here, and even other Teslas and stuff soon. So we have another, oh man, I don't know what's going on, but looks like we're fine here. This guy's just like talking to them. Okay, that's real strange. But this interchange, there we go. Should be fine after that. So failing here, I don't need this yet. Failing here to make this lane change, there's nothing in the way. Okay, there we go. So there you go. So you can see there was nothing there. I don't know why I kept messing that up. Changing lane away from cones. Well, okay. Suppose that's fine. Changing lane away from cones. Okay, or not. What are you doing? So there was an example there. I didn't say anything till we passed it, but there was a 60 mile per hour temporary speed sign and it completely ignored that. And Green on Twitter, who knows more about autopilot than probably anybody, including myself, pointed that out, that he was noticing on the highway, if the speed limit was, or if there was a speed limit sign that was correct, it was displaying it, but if it was under, it was ignoring it. So that's pretty interesting. I actually don't like that. I feel like the whole point of the cameras, right, is that it can adapt to changing situations. And maybe they'll change it in the future, but you know, people talk about it being spoofed by somebody putting a sign there, but that's illegal. Like, you know, of course somebody could do that, but someone could also just throw nails in the road, you know, and that would affect everybody, and that's also wrong to do. So I'm not too worried about people spoofing it because they shouldn't be doing that anyway. All right, so changing lanes to follow route. This is the first time, okay, I'll allow it. I would have kept going. Wow, actually that worked out. So that was the first time the car was even able to change lanes because it had been solid in the middle that whole time. And it clicked it on as soon as it could and then changed, now it's solid again. So I kind of wanted to pass these big trucks, but this is fine. That actually worked out. That was a bit of a tight space. You can see there is somebody behind me. They were a little closer than that, and the car kind of fit in there perfectly. So we're about to finish this one up. Here's our final exit. Wow, that was a little aggressive and hitting the brakes. What the heck? Besides that, a little bit, that was perfect. I mean, the system's been good for a while now, and I haven't had many complaints. So the original kind of screwing around with the pizza, I approve. Eat your lunch on autopilot. Why not? As long as you're doing the same thing you always do, which is usually keep a hand on the wheel and pay full attention. People eat while they're driving all the time. Sorry, I got lost in my thoughts there, so I have to. I can't cut these, so I have to fast forward. So I need to turn right, and the car is, yeah. So it turned off navigate on autopilot, but this is a right turn lane, so I will continue to let it do its thing and completely stop at this stop light all on its own. So that was really good. I have heard your guys' comments. People have been asking, like, you know, oh, you're doing this on these really nice highways, and like especially people in other countries are like, we don't have those big, huge highways like you have in the U.S. Like, why don't you try some other scenarios? And I'm like, well, this is what's around me. I mean, within 500 miles, things are going to be at least kind of similar to what you're seeing here. So I can try to do some more stuff like in downtowns, off highway. But to be honest, the system's just not that good at it. So it is kind of fun to freak it out and make it fail and stuff. Like right here, autopilot unable to proceed. When it turns green, I'm going to tell it to go and see what it does. But it can be hard on those city streets and stuff. So I'll do my best to kind of find some more scenarios. I have a few things coming up. The tint, I'm trying to get that video to you, but it's getting darker out sooner. So like by the time I get home, it's already not sunny. And so I'm trying to find a good time to film that. Smart Summon, I think, is a little better lately. I don't know when that happened because I don't use it too much, but I've been using it. So it's green. Yeah, and it just turns off. Oh, and turns my flashers on. Don't do that. The person behind me thought I was stalled. So I want to do Smart Summon. There's a speed limit sign for you right there. And a few other things that I'm working on. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you down in the comments and any suggestions you have, things you want to see. Oh, and Grounded. I want to do a new episode of Grounded soon, but honestly just have not had time to do anything live. Check out the subreddit as well. We have all kinds of, read the description. I got all kinds of cool stuff in the description that I want you guys to check out. So hope you enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you down in the comments, and you will see me in the next video.